Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends of Gameology, hosted by friendsofgameology.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Unless...
Voting systems.
It's a voting system for science. Maybe we should just lead with that. Should we say voting systems for science?
Well, so the thing is, listeners, you're going to have a little insight into our methods. We didn't discuss it. That's why we never know.
We've never discussed it.
We've never discussed it, and maybe we'll just discuss it on air right now.
Now we're discussing it.
Yeah,
we're having a discussion. It's not an argument. It's a discussion.
Yeah, this is it's a friendly debate, and you're involved. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Should. So, let's move on.
This voting system is called DKP. I think I got the letters wrong when I referenced it a couple of voting system videos ago, but it stands for Dragon Kill Points. Credit where credit's due. This is a reference to, I don't know, is it World of Warcraft? It's a video game, I think, where you get Dragon Kill Points. But also, I found this out on a Reddit thread about what's the best voting system or what do you use, and it was Blue Sapphire, I think, was the username of the person who I got this from. So, credit where credit's due.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Unless or not.
I say, thanks, woman. Appreciate it.
Depending on if we like the system or not.
I do like it, and here's why.
Spoiler!
Because you start with 5 tokens. We just got dice, but you can use anything. And it's a blind auction. So you take however many you're willing to bid, and you put them out on the table in the fist, and you say, everyone show. Molly bid 2, and I bid 2, but had I bid 3, then my 3 go away. Please. So my 3 go away, and I get to choose the game. But now, I only have 2, and Molly still has her 5. The trick is, at the end of the game, you get points, you get tokens awarded based on where you came in your placement, like first, second, third, or fourth. If you come in last, you get 1 token. Come in second to last, 2 tokens. Third to last, all the way up to if you have 5 players, you get 5 tokens. So... And I've seen it happen a lot where somebody keeps winning and they keep racking in all the tokens. They can choose any game they want if they just bid above everyone else. Like
Dylan.
Ethan.
I
don't think Dylan was here for this one.
I know, but he would.
Man, now you're going to make Ethan feel bad because he did do that. And now you're saying, but it's just because Dylan wasn't here.
Well, I think we all know. I think we all know. I think we've all come to terms with it.
That Dylan's better than us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I already knew he was way better of a person. Ethan's a better person
You
than
said
me,
a better person? I thought you meant better player. No one's a better person than me. I'm a good person.
Oh, no.
I deserve to win. I'm a good person.
Oh, no. Ethan's leaps and bounds above.
Above me?
Oh.
Leaps? Bounds? All right. Point being, I really like this system because it encourages you to do your best in the game. You never want to give up. You don't want to king make. You want to do what's best for you, and that means getting higher than the person that's in front of you. So maybe you won't actively target the leader, which could be a downside, but you will actively target third place if you're fourth place, because sometimes that's what I do. If I'm fourth place, I'll still attack whoever I think is in first place, because if I attack third place, I'm still not going to win, even if I get third place. So I'm thinking, I want to attack first place and maybe slingshot up there somehow, some prayer to get me to first place. I'm going to attack them and try to bring them down. But in this game, or in this system, when you're playing the games, you are trying for every inch. You aren't just focusing on the person that's ahead of everybody. You're focusing on the person ahead of you and trying to churn through them to get to the next person. And there's just something really cool about that. It really affects how we played the games.
Because every placement matters. Right, first, second, third. Getting second above third matters. And I guess, like Tom mentioned, and most times you play games, it's just you want to win. And yeah, you still want to win in this, but if you aren't winning and you can't get to the winner to win, then you go for who you can to get above them at least, because it matters.
If you play a cooperative game, then if everybody wins, they get 2 tokens. If everybody loses, they get 1. If you play a team game, same thing like Ticket Try Team Asia. If you're playing with 2 teams, one of you is going to get 1, one of you is going to get 2. The teammates will each get 2 or 1. If there are 3 teams, then 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to take a little bit. If things are tied, like if 2 people tie for second, then they would each get the same amount, the maximum they could get for second, and then there would be no third. It would just go to fourth, and that person would get. If you're playing a 4-player game, they would only get 1, and then second players would each get 3. So. I'm really glad to have stumbled across this one on Reddit. My few comments on it.
I enjoy it. If you aren't particularly thinking you want to play a certain game on a given night, because this accumulates over, so we play...
They're persistent from event to event. You come back with the same amount you had last week.
So you should be aware, I don't know if we've explained it to others, I think we have, but we usually use these systems over an 8-week period with the same group. So most of them are persistent. Some of them aren't, but most of them are persistent. And so if you are someone who doesn't do well in games but enjoys playing them, this might not be the best. At the same time, you at least get one. So whenever you have that inkling to play this game, I have to play it, just put all your dice in. You all start with 5. Next time you're going to have 6 if your game doesn't get in. Or you can put in all 5 right now and play the game. And you'll just have to wait 5 more games to get 5 more. And so I do like that you can choose how many dice to put in. And that kind of helps you if you aren't the best at games. It's not me. I can't identify with it, so I don't know. You'll have to ask Tom here how that feels. But I can't identify. To play the game? No, to not win, and so you don't get as many dice or tokens.
I'm shocked and appalled.
I don't know.
I am shocked and appalled that you, of all people, would say, No.
Really? Me of all people?
You of all people. You know what? This calls for a playthrough. We're going to do a playthrough. I don't know, in our playthroughs you only see our hands, but hopefully you'll see Molly's sleeves. You'll know it's right after this video, and you'll know that...
Well, there are certain games, I will admit, that I lose
pretty
more
regularly.
often
Pretty
than
regularly?
I win. Yeah, but there's only a couple. All the others, though, Tom.
All of the others? Which couple?
Well, we're talking about voting systems right now.
Look at that.
But, so that, because you can choose how many dice to put in, or tokens. I keep on saying dice because we use dice. Tokens, any tokens, whatever you want to use. If you put in none, then you'll have all of yours for next time, and then you'll be able to put that in. So it's about pressing your luck on how many people are going to put in, but then also trying your best. I do enjoy that aspect of the game because every placement matters. So everyone is trying 100% of the time, which maybe doesn't happen. So if you need encouragement to people to play through the game, this might be it.
Unless they also don't care what they pick.
That's true.
The other thing is that this is a good system for utility. It also is a game outside of the game. And so I think Molly and I have really disagreed on a lot of points of other systems because it's not good for utility, but it is a fun game to play outside of the game. But this one I think has good utility. You will get to pick something you want if you win, and it will help you try to hone your skills. And it's a fun game outside of the game where it's the meta game. You're thinking outside of just this game of Race for the Galaxy, but on top of that, I really want to pick the next game because I didn't want to play Race for the Galaxy, and if somebody wins, they're going to have 5, and I'm going to have maybe 1 or 2, and I'll still have to play the next game they choose. So I really like it. Dragon kill points.
Yeah, I would agree. I think we've talked about games or voting systems being good for the minority versus not, and I think this one is fine for the minority because it's just a matter of how many of these you put in. Yes, how many you have. You can
get overpowered, though, quick. Ethan could have overpowered us anytime he wanted to.
Well, so Emily never really cared to choose the game.
So she never
So she amassed so many tokens. Like, I remember she had the 30-sided die that was like 30.
Oh, yeah.
And so she could just knock it down. Then she had dice on top of that. And so they does have that, but that wasn't bad. She didn't care because when she wanted to play a game, if she came in thinking, I really want to play this game, 30's right there.
Oh, thanks. I was looking for the 30.
I just saw as you're turning. So if she really wanted to play a certain game at that given day, she could. She could easily have killed us all. But no one can dominate this system unless they amass all those points and you go on for long enough that they can then choose all of the games by just choosing 7 tokens every time or whatever. But so I think this game you can amass a lot of points. So if that happens, then maybe it's not as good for the minority vote. If the minority vote doesn't win.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really based on skill or luck, depending on the type of game you're playing. I just think it's a fun system, and I think we only did it for 8 weeks. This I don't think we revisited, but I totally would. I totally would. I think I've talked about it before, and we just didn't vote it in.
Well, because you always go back to Tom's system.
Tom's perfect
voting system.
I don't always.
Typically, you generally go back to that.
Mostly because I'm disappointed with the ones that you guys pick.
Whatever.
And they're
super fun.
No, because they're terrible, and you know that's right. You know we've had a bunch of terrible systems.
We've had some awful systems. We've talked about some of them.
Yeah.
But we have not talked about the worst one yet.
And we wanted to today. We're both sick. I'm holding back a coughing fit right now. We filmed... This is our 6th video tonight.
Yeah.
Is this our 6th video?
I'm going to tell you something. So all those people who are thinking about moving to Austin, let me tell you what just happened this past week. Record high allergies.
Oh yeah, it's the cedar allergy capital of the world.
Thank you, 2017. So that is on top of, if you watched Tom's video,
the mic test.
He got sick, then I got sick, and we couldn't film. So he finally just filmed so we could check out this mic. And then allergies hit, so now it's just allergies, and man, have they hit. So,
but on top of coming away from being sick. So it's not just allergies, it's the double whammy.
Yeah. So, and then...
How did we even get started talking about this?
Because we were going to talk about the one that we were more passionate about, but we didn't think we could give it justice because of the way we feel. Like right now, I'm on Benadryl, and so my mind doesn't work as well, so I'm kind of slurring. So if I'm slurring, that's why. Allergies, it's craziness, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to explain myself well enough for that system. But there is a system that is terrible, that both Tom and I can agree on equally that is terrible. We might have to have a guest in that one because he still likes it.
We should bring in 2 guests. And we have the mic now to do it. Before we only had
lapel.
Well, we had lapel mics, and then we bought more for the podcast we were trying to do. Spoiler alert, on Patreon, one of our goals is to, like, if we get so much money, we'll start a Star Wars RPG. Mm-hmm. And we actually just started it because it's fun. We wanted to try it. And boy, we learned quick that we're actual RPGers now because it was like months in between each session.
Yeah.
Because of things coming up. And it's like, that's like a real RPG group now. But we got a bunch of lapel mics for that, and then everything broke, which is partly why we got this beautiful, just majestic,
you can't see it,
magical
but
mic.
We can look at it right here.
You can hear it. And the point of it is that now we can have Emily and Ethan on a voting system, and we can talk about that.
And they should be there because when
we're not sick, because there's going to be yelling, and I don't want to cough through it.
So when Tom doesn't like a system, it's because one of them generally put it forward.
No, you've probably had bad systems too.
I very rarely put systems in that are on my own. I usually just tweak someone else's. I'm
trying to think of all the people. I think Ben had a system I hated. Andy, maybe? Did he ever say systems?
I don't know.
Did Natalie?
I don't know.
Did Abinadi?
All I know is that the predominant one the ones that we hate are Ethan and...
Nope. Dylan put in that dice rolling one. Dylan put in that dice rolling one with the negative positive. I hated that one. That was terrible.
Either way, that's why
You're trying to say he's a better person than me? He made that system. I think it was him. I don't think it was me.
You've made some awful systems.
Name one.
The one.
Name one.
The one they have 20. The one that you tweaked and you made horrible.
No.
They
tweaked it. I did. Yes, I came up with the base of it as a punishment.
And it comes out. And it comes as a punishment.
Because I figured if they would adopt it because they like dumb systems, and then they'd realize it was a bad system. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We have to keep this. We have to keep this for next time.
Was trying
I'm trying not to cough right now. I'm trying to just breathe easy, and we're getting worked up.
Yes, we are, because you're saying you're not... Like, you're a better person than Dylan, even though you came up with this system for the sole purpose of punishing everyone to vote for it.
Because
I
figured if they voted for it, which they would, and then they in the end they didn't, but then Ethan tweaked it to be a worse system.
So they voted, just a difference.
But the point being, I showed them, look, these systems are dumb. We got to stick with one that has utility. While it looks fun, it has the glamour, but you don't get the game you want. Man, that had some serious contention. We had contention.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, like Tom said. That is another system for another day that we will reference until we film it, or even after we film it.
That's going down on the record.
We'll reference that all the time because Tom and I will equally agree. But that's why we need another voice.
2 voices. We're doing this.
That agree with each other or disagree with us. So...
Well,
that's this system. It's a great system.
I would say we did it together, guys. We're up to like something 14 minutes. It's the longest one we've ever done.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's like the shortest system we've ever talked about.
Yeah, we went off on tangents. Allergies, that terrible system we haven't even talked about yet. They have no idea what we're talking about.
But man, when it comes,
it'll come. It'll be big.
It'll break your heart.
Huge.
I don't like seeing adults cry, which is why I don't tell you. That's why I don't tell you about the systems. I don't like seeing just grown people sobbing.
We need to go cough.
That's true. I feel horrible. Okay, I can't laugh.
Right.
Don't laugh.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So we've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.